Good morning, Sunrise Rotarians and friends. Thanks for being here. I am really glad to be back. All I can say is avoid getting it. It freaking sucks. First, let's see if we have any visiting Rotarians this morning. Anybody in the room? I did see right here in the back.
Morning.
How's it going?
I actually challenged you to be here. I think he's going to be here. I thought a lot better show up. So
At least for the benefit of everybody else, tell us who you are. Introduce yourself, please. Yeah. We'd like to, not everybody knows who you are.
Oh, okay.
How about a brief introduction?
I'm Kevin Jenkins, Mad River Rotarian.
Thank you, Kevin. And over here getting breakfast? From Mad River Rotary. Thanks for being here, you two. It's good to see you. How about any visiting Rotaract or Interact members this morning? In the house? Okay. And guests of Rotarians. Let's start here with Jessica.
President Ian, I have with me my friend Peggy Metzger from the Financial Aid Office at Fall Fundraiser.
Thank you. That's in, yes.
We do and fourth, very good. Third time now, right? Fourth.
Hey. All right. Howard is. Howard, do we have a guest speaker?
Yes, Jessica Spire, is she there? She's going to, yes, happy to, I'll say more about her when I introduce her later on.
Excellent. Thank you, Howard. And I have guest Dallas Fuentes, third meeting, I believe, at this point. Yep. Thanks for being here. What did I miss? We're going to come to you in just a second. Yeah. So just barely. But I did a little something this morning. I got a shout out to Maggie and AJ and Dust for kind of playing along. Anyhow, it's pretty cool. I texted this morning. I said, if I lost my voice this morning, could you do the meeting? And all missed the if. And so I felt like, because they were all so great and said, oh yeah, whatever you need, I'll do the meeting. I needed to check myself. The four-way test is a mirror to reflect on ourselves. And for our newer members, I know we haven't talked about this a lot, but I can tell you, if you think about this and act this and do this in your lives, you really can't go wrong in any interaction. So let's take a second and if you don't mind, recite with me the Rotary four-way test. Of the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Today, obviously being what it is, that truth one is it's kind of hard to stay in the lines, right? So thanks everybody for showing up this morning.
Do you know who wrote it and when?
I do not, Terry. Terry does.
Herbert Taylor.
Written by Herbert Taylor in 1934. Great words. So, Sophie, as to your question about whether you present Robin as a guest anymore, one last time. All right. So with that, we're going to turn this over to AJ from membership and go right ahead with our next induction.
Quite the setup. So good morning, everybody, fellow Rotarians. It is my privilege today to conduct an induction ceremony to bring a new member into our club. Robin Jensen was proposed for membership by Sophie Salcedo. Her proposal has been reviewed by the membership committee in accordance with our club constitution and bylaws. Her name has been circulated and her application for membership has been approved. Congratulations. I now ask Robin and Sophie to please come forward. The Rotary is defined as a volunteer organization of business and professional leaders united worldwide to provide humanitarian service and help build goodwill. And club members meet weekly to plan service projects, discuss community and international issues, and enjoy fellowship. Clubs are non-religious, non-political, and open to individuals' diverse backgrounds. Rotary encourages high ethical standards in all vocations while striving to live and work by the four-way test. I think we just spare you, but is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships, and will be beneficial to all concerned? Robin is now, we now proceed to meet you into the membership of the Rotary Club of Arcata Sunrise, and we welcome you to the friendship of Rotary throughout the week. The ideal of Rotary is service, which is why our motto is service above self. And the object of this club and all Rotary clubs is to encourage and foster this ideal as a basis of worthy enterprise. You are to share this. You've been approved for membership in this club because we believe you to be a worthy representative of your vocation, are interested in the ideals of Rotary, and are willing to do your share in translating these ideals into action. You've agreed to accept the obligations of membership in this club as people of action and to obey our club's constitution and bylaws. I have the pleasure of asking your sponsor to pin on your membership pin the emblem of the Rotary wheel, which we hope you will wear with pride of being a Rotarian, but also with the humility of service. And at this time, I'd also like to present you with your red badge, the symbol of a new club member. As a new member, there is a path you will follow as you achieve your blue badge status, and I know you'll achieve this in a timely manner. This new member packet, right here, and this new book now, the Rotary Basics. That's nice. Of course. This new member packet contains information for you about our Rotary Club and about Rotary International. You'll have many questions in the coming weeks. I encourage you to seek the answers from your sponsor, Sophie, your mentor. It's going to be Craig Newman, and members of the membership committee, our club president, and our club, and any club members. It is my pleasure on behalf of the board of directors and the entire club membership to welcome you to the Rotary Club of Arcata Sunrise. Fellow Rotarians, I'm happy and honored to present to you our newest club member and newest Rotarian in the world, Robin Jenkins. Our tradition, we're gonna please come up and shake her hand and welcome her to the club, or do the alphabet.
Welcome. So glad you're here. Well, I'm Craig Newman. I've been assigned to be your mentor. I'll send you an email. Thank you.
Glad to have you be with us.
Oh, that's not kind. Nice. Shoulders, yeah. They get big. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Welcome. We're really happy to have you. Okay, we have some dates coming up this weekend. Who's going to district training assembly? Show of hands. Wow. Excellent. Thank you for being there. Maggie, I know you're talking about membership. Our club was our club was specifically asked to talk about how are you guys growing your membership in this time of COVID and declining enrollment. So I thank you for talking about that at the upcoming district training assembly.
Yeah, so if anyone has any ideas.
Anybody else got anything of interest they're looking forward to at training assembly? In particular, any classes you're going to be taking?
Jack TV.
Jack TV, you can learn how to do that. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, I've got something really interesting. I'm looking forward to Lisa and Stu to helping out Dustin set up.
Yeah, we're going to definitely come to that too.
You guys missed that opportunity on the
We got it. Redwood Pottery Festival, I want to talk about that in a few minutes. Vanessa's Firesides, any updates there, Vanessa? It's the 2nd in the late afternoon, is that right? There you go.
Still 5:30.
5:30 at the Griffin on the 2nd of May. Thank you, Vanessa. And then we've got a party coming up. You know, it's actually, now that Fellowship has put this together and they got the wheels turning and things falling into place. I remember way back at Fireside, that was one of the things I wanted to do as a club, is to be able to celebrate our 30th birthday anniversary of our club's founding. So I'm so grateful that we can do that. Please, when the signups and the invitations come out, respond to those promptly, because it really helps our organizers understand what we've got to do. And then
It will be catered by our
Elizabeth is catering, yes. If you haven't had the breakfast yet, those on Zoom, you don't know what you're missing. So we're really glad that Elizabeth is catering that event as well. Sunrise Scramble, we'll get a little update on that in a few minutes, but that is coming right up. And district conference, we'll have more info on that in a few minutes too, but definitely looking for signups. Real quick, you know, we kind of set aside our RISE events for a little while because of COVID. We couldn't really gather in spaces. So RISE is Rotary Involvement Strengthens Everyone. And it's kind of an open invitation for anybody to say, hey, this is happening in the community. Why don't some of us show up and help out? So I'm asking for folks to meet me at the Night of Poetry at Forever Found in Eureka. That's over on 5th Street. Easy to look up. It's kind of a venue for arts and the community. And this will be the first part of the first annual Redwood Poetry Festival put on by Word Humboldt and the Ink People. So hopefully some folks, if you check my email, I'll send it again, but hoping to see some people there. That would be really fun. Sunrise Scramble, Rick, I know you had some info coming up.
Right, who's ready to break some mirrors? Go under a ladder. How about letting multiple black cats cross your path? Because get ready, on Friday the 13th, dun, 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 we will be holding our Sunrise Scramble Golf Tournament. Just a little bit of info as we flesh out the event. Every week you'll get a little bit more info as our team fleshes out the event. It'll be starting around 9 in the morning. It is over at the Baywood Golf Course. We will have minimal raffle prizes. We're looking for larger, but just fewer, because just people are going to run through, and when they're over, they're going to want to leave. So it'll take some time. Entry fee, we've got a 4-person scramble, so it's $500 a team or $125 a person. We're also looking for business sponsors, $250 per hole. And I did finally, because I was feeling super guilty and stressed, get out the email last night about the raffle. Hopefully everybody got an email. If you weren't on the list, it means you are an honorary member, or you've been added to the list since Ian sent it to me 2 weeks ago. So maybe newest member, you may not be on there. So if some of you may recall, we used to do teams for like our big, spring event. We do raffle teams, and every team was responsible for, getting, several numbers of, silent auction items or raffle items. And, with COVID, we haven't done a lot of that recently. So I was like, hey, let's go old school. I got 13 teams for Friday the 13th. If any of you wonder how I put the teams together, I spent quite a bit of time figuring out how to enforce the random number thing in Excel so it wouldn't change each time I did something. So I assigned everybody a random number and then just sorted do. So that's how I put together the teams. Also look at it as an opportunity to maybe to talk to someone you haven't in a while. Just because we get new members and it's been pandemic and some of us are still on Zoom. And so use as an opportunity maybe to chit chat with the group. And we are looking for each team to do 2 of the following. Sign up a team for our tournament, get a whole sponsor. The third one, and I don't know if anybody on our team wants to speak to this a little bit more, or committee, but we're looking to have people work with a whole sponsor to stage like food and or entertainment. The sponsor gets to pick the whole. It's my understanding at previous events that people have been, and companies have been really excited about this. Coast Central being brought up as an example, and they'll have like some snacks for the golfers. So it makes our tournament cool, and it makes people maybe want to do it again next year. And then we're looking for people to just help with the donation of a major raffle item. Again, we're really only looking for 4 to 6 more items. We've got some really cool stuff, and or potentially make a donation towards our tournament team cash prizes. Anything excess will just go to the profits of the event and go back to Rotary. So if you have any questions or you want to tell me what you're contributing, there's my email. Okay.
Like you say, it's really coming together thanks to Rebecca and Susan and everybody on the committee. We appreciate the work that's going into this. There's a lot. So when you get these asks, as with everything, what are we in Rotary? People action. So when you get that request for action, respond, sign up, do things, and that's really what we're all about is participating and being active in the community and the club. So yeah, and Rebecca's got a super easy address in case you can't read it there. It's rebecca.rotary@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Backpacks for Kids. I know we're light on signups, but Romy saw the call for People of Action the other day and jumped right in. So thank you, Romy. And this I thought was super sweet. She sent me a picture of her family's grandma and her granddaughter.
Yeah,
packing bags.
When grandma's coming to visit, sign up for Backpack for Kids because it makes them feel real great. They do service with their grandkids and they feel like they were part of something special.
We really appreciate you jumping right in too.
Do we have a timeline of when we might be doing Backpacks for Kids back up there?
I don't know that. So that would probably be a question for John. Maybe Vanessa knows.
They're requesting stay on Wednesdays. It works a lot easier for them.
So for now, Backpacks is going to stay on pickup for Wednesdays and delivery.
Either Wednesday afternoon or Thursday.
Delivery Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning. So, John, did you have anything to add to that? How are we doing on signups now that went out again?
We could still use more folks. The sign up is available through the end of the school year, so through June. So if you want to pick a date months from now and be able to plan around it, that's great. Vanessa has made Griffin available for packing. So somebody can pick up the food at between 12 and 12:30, go to the Griffin, people can meet there to pack, and then whoever's going to deliver can take it from there.
Fantastic. Thanks, everybody. Let's keep that rolling along.
So yes, Maggie, we are in spring. I will do that.
Justin's district conference is coming right up. Justin, do you have anything to add? I do have the presenters here on the slides. Last time you kind of briefed the schedule. You're welcome to add any comments to that.
Yeah, just a reminder.
Not from there.
Just a reminder, so we all actually kind of do pay as part of our dues $10 a year to put this on. So we all kind of paid to register already. So go ahead and get in there and register and go. It's going to be super fun. You'll never have a district conference this close or this expensive or this many cool speakers in the same place at the same weekend. And as an added bonus, past District Governor Terri Clark has said she will give you a $25 gift certificate to the sushi spot if you do sign up. So there is a double or a triple incentive. So anyway, it's going to be super fun. It's out in Fortuna at the River Lodge Bay, 20th and 21st. So go ahead, sign up, show up for Saturday or Friday night or whatever you can, and have fun with us and meet some other Rotarians and celebrate everything we've been able to accomplish this year. So go ahead and look for the registration in y'all's email. So
Tell us about Sanford Smith again.
yes, so one of our keynote speaker is Sanford Smith. He'll speak Saturday night, and we're really honored to have him. Sanford was the lawyer who argued in front of the United States Supreme Court and won the case to actually allow women into Rotary. So yeah, it's pretty. It's a phenomenal story, and his life and his experience to that is phenomenal, and it changed the world of Rotary for the better, for the obvious. So we're really excited to have him there. So at the very least, come check him out Saturday night, and the other three speakers too are absolutely amazing. We should be auctioning off tissue because you're probably going to laugh and cry the whole time with every speaker because they're also incredibly inspirational. So please show up and we'll see you there.
Thank you, Dustin. By the way, everybody, we will be dark that Friday, so that you saw that sign up come out this week. Again, call to action. Please help us set up this event for Dustin. Sunrise style. We got this.
This
We got
starts
this
at
covered.
arms a little bit older these days. They kind of help hanging the flags from the rafters and all the other stuff. So he's a little bit of help.
It'll be fun. We've seen the lineup start, so please watch for that and do it. Come on up, Dick.
It's April Fool's Day, but I do want to say the reason I'm kind of the Zoom police here is because we need to it's really hard to remember when you're here in this room that this ain't it. This is only about 2/3 of the people who are attending this meeting. And it's really important that we are fair to all concerned. And that part of that is addressing the folks who are online. And I really please try to remember that when you're speaking from the back of the room, it's hard for them to hear. So if you're just doing something short, that's fine, but please say it loud. Just say it loud. Okay? So please speak to the whole group.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. For those of you on Zoom, you can send your tips directly. Venmo, Dick Johnson. I am really, really, really excited about this. Who caught the time standard yesterday? So Maggie, thank you very much for putting Heather in touch with us. She's a great interviewer and had lots of really insightful questions that made me think about the program again. And we're just so happy to be able to have a student coming again. Claire, you spent some time at the outbound orientation recently, which is, new after 2 years out. Did I see Claire coming? Oh, here, yeah, come on up for a second, if you don't mind. Because she actively participated in that orientation and help these kids kind of understand how to deal with some of the stuff they're going to encounter when they're on exchange.
Hey, hello Zoom people. So last weekend we went down for winter orientation for the youth exchange outbound ambassadors, and we're kind of rebuilding after COVID. There are 12 of them, I believe, and they are lovely. Like, they were always on time. They cleaned up after themselves. They were kind of amazing. And so part of the orientation prior to COVID, I had done this once, where we gave them each a self-help book and acceptance and commitment therapy that's based on an adolescent model called DNAB. And it's very supportive for social emotional functioning, and they're going to have, that emotional stress when they're overseas. So I gave them about a half-hour, very brief introduction to what was going to be covered in the book, intertwined with some mindfulness activities, and it went well and was well received. So we hope that helps to support, the ups and downs that Rotary Exchange students go through as they go overseas or when they come here. So that's kind of it. Anything else?
No, just thank you.
Okay,
it
was delightful.
Having been in
pleasure.
that program and helped a lot of kids go out, I really appreciate that Claire's doing this for the outbound students who really don't know what they're in for emotionally. It's a major roller coaster.
Yeah.
They're up, they're down, they're way down, they're way up.
Yeah.
And so thanks for providing that guidance.
Of course. Yeah, that's minimal.
Really appreciate it. And with great gratitude, our club is going to participate in the Rotary Youth Exchange program called Power of One for districts that haven't participated yet, but would like to. Districts that are fully certified, help them by accepting a student from them so they can get geared up and understand, because prepping a student to go out takes a lot of work. It takes people like Claire helping the students understand what they're in for. Then once they've done that a few times, then they can start to, gear up for an inbound student. But our district's been certified for quite some time, and we're really happy to welcome Lazo from Uganda this August. Marty, thank you very much, is working on the host family vettings and progressing right along there. So Lazo is going to arrive feeling welcomed and cared for, and have 3 families lined up before he ever lands in Arcata. So thank you, everybody who's a part of that. Raffle time. Hi, Stephanie. You got this. You got this.
Okay.
513. Terry, over here.
Oh, that's a big one. So you get all the money. All right.
Terry just won the raffle, and we're trying to figure out how much that is.
She wins $90.
$90.
And I can pay you through Venmo if you'd like.
Venmo okay, Terry? All good, Nick. Thank you.
All right, and then we start fresh.
Start fresh. One more.
The last 3 are 570.
570. Rebecca. All right. So since I forgot earlier, Terry mentioned that she has an announcement. Come on up, Terry.
Before you go to poetry next Friday in Eureka, please stop by the Arcata Branch Library from 5 to 8. It's Arcata Arts Alive. And last year, Susan Parsons, who is the librarian and who we've got to invite to Rotary, I guess that's my job, had this idea to ask community members to draw something that showed their COVID experience. And her idea was that we would make a quilt. So we got back some submissions and they were great. And I put them together and we have a quilt hanging in the Arcata Library that I put together, that the artist drew, and that my great quilter in Eureka, Susie Fries, quilted. So the artist and I and Susie, I hope, will be at Arts Alive in Arcata, at the Arcata Library from 5 to 8. So stop by and see the quilt, say hi, have a snack. That's it. And then go to Eureka for poetry.
Yeah, that sounds great. You can actually stop there at 5 and still make it to Eureka at 5:30 to help set up the poetry contest. So thank you, Terry. That's a great opportunity for our community. I'd love to hear from Kevin and Eva. What's going on at Mad River Rotary? If you want to, do you want to take a minute or so and give us an update what's over there?
No comments prepared.
No comments? Well, that's the perfect way to put you on the spot, right?
I have to admit, I'm here making up old school.
Oh, okay.
We've been running around.
So you're not sure what's going on at club because you haven't been.
We've had very good attendance. I mean, we were going through COVID. The only couple of districts I'm aware of.
They kept in person, right.
As the membership chair, I'm proud to say membership is actually up.
Well then, so Mad River's membership is up and everybody survived. Okay, so come up for a second because the people on Zoom want to hear. Tell us that, no, you got to tell us about the fundraisers.
Fundraiser in October. You're killing me.
now
See, I'm gonna get murdered if I don't call you.
Probably gonna steal Claire's thunder, because we're gonna talk about the youth exchange.
Good, please
Youth
do.
exchange golf tournament, Claire, that's on the 4th of June, right? 4th of June, right after your golf tournament.
Yeah.
And so that golf tournament actually raises funds to help the kids go outbound. So that was kind of my little announcement for the day.
Cool. And
So-
what's, you said your club has a fundraiser coming up?
Well, we have our annual fall fundraiser. So
Okay.
that's kind of our big thing that we,
It's not that
seems
far
like we
off.
spend a whole, yeah, it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
So, and that will be an in-person event, kind of classic, old school Rotary fundraiser,
Excellent.
old Dutch auction, live auction.
Looking
trying
forward
get-
to it.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Be
So,
sure to send us the announcements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Great. Thanks.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
And he did mention that, there's a lot of golf tournaments going on. We heard about one for Arcata High Baseball. We've got ours, of course. And then Rotary Youth Exchange, the district has a golf tournament. There's room for everybody. People who golf like to golf. So don't dismay. There's plenty of room in this to get ours together and going and support the others. And speaking of the Youth Exchange tournament, I just saw Hyder yesterday. He came by to sign Lazo's forms. And he said that of the about $14,000 they raised at last year's tournament, there's expending about 10.5 of that this year as partly grants to outbound students and inbound students who couldn't otherwise afford it. So they basically make it a matching. If you're raising this much, we'll match this much. And it really helps keep the cost of the program affordable. They were able to reduce the registration fee for the students that, covers the orientation costs and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely a worthy cause to help students have access that may not otherwise be able to, and broaden our ability to offer the program to more different people in the community. So thanks, Kevin, for being part of that tournament too. Appreciate it.